really painful and not fun. So this works for most patients unless they have extreme drug-resistant tuberculosis. David?
So tuberculosis, it's a bacterial infection,
Mm-hmm.
and so they give them antibiotics.
I believe so, yes. But some don't work on certain strains of some tuberculosis strains.
So is the variety of strands the reason you can't just kill tuberculosis infection? Because usually like bacterial infections, you just take antibiotics for a while and you kill all the bacteria.
Yes, that is why. Some strains of tuberculosis are extreme drug resistant, which means that they've evolved to where antibiotics don't work anymore on them. And so we have to be constantly coming up with new antibiotics, which is really expensive and not very rewarding if it only works for a couple of years until they have to come up with a new version.
And so then do you know why tuberculosis mutates so readily against antibiotics when because there is drug resistant, like for example staph infections, but they have antibiotics that work consistently against them, and that it's really rare that people have bad or fatal cases of these kind of bacterial infections. Do you know why tuberculosis is different?
I'm not sure actually. I think it's just because of how it spreads in the air so fast. I'm not really 100% sure, but thank you. There aren't any vaccines available right now that are really, really helpful against TB. There are some that are being created in labs that actually have been shown to work a little bit, but it's just not reliable. Austin?
Can you get it from the environment, not from a person? Is it just bacteria?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Get from, well, I know we can give it to monkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we can get it from monkeys.
Because how did the first person get TB?
I'm guessing it evolved from when monkeys have it. It
What
probably
if
evolved.
what if someone coughs on a phone and you use it right after your hand touches it and then
It needs a host to survive. That's why
No,
it looks
does it?
inside our lungs.
can it live for a couple minutes outside of someone's body and then enter someone else's body?
I'm not sure. I think it might be able to because a lot of articles that I researched said that having a clean house can actually really lower your chances, but of getting TB, so that could have something to do with it. I'm just not 100% sure. Austin?
Also, do you know why the antibiotics give such bad side effects?
I think it's just the way that they have to, the extreme weight loss that helps flush out some of the tuberculosis that you have, and so they're constantly losing weight, and they eat, but the antibiotics, it uses up so much energy of their bodies to fight the infection that it's just not working. The food isn't adding fat to that at all. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay. So I'm going to review some of the main ideas here. Tuberculosis is spread by air from person to person. Someone coughs on just walking by you, most likely you're not going to get it though. But if you're on a long flight ride with someone and you're sitting right next to them and they're coughing on you constantly and that they have active tuberculosis, the chance of you getting it is very, very high. It can either lie latent or be dangerously active. Latent TB will eventually turn into active TB, but it can take a while. It can take up to, I believe, 5 years for it to become active. But when it becomes active, it's deadly pretty fast. And prevention measures can be taken, such as learning about ways to clean your house more, or tell the symptoms of TB if someone has those symptoms, or just average day things that you can do to help yourself not get it. Prevention, DOTS is a way that doctors have to help their patients get rid of TB because of how bad the antibiotics or the drugs act within their bodies. It's a really bad thing, and most people, they would choose, rather than to have the immediate side effects, they choose to just take the easy way and not have any side effects until it gets really bad. And then once it gets really bad, there's nothing that you can do to save them pretty much. Okay, thank you for listening.